Hola muchachos, estoy aquí para enseñarles cómo se usa el verbo gustar. Voy a hablarles un poco en español, un poco en inglés, una combinación. What we're really talking about today is how you communicate in Spanish the idea of liking something. Right? I like to sing, they like the dinner, etc. In Spanish, it's very different than we do it in English. In English, you say, I like this whiteboard. I, the subject, verb like, whiteboard, the object. You know that order. In Spanish, it's very different. But I've got an idea to show you how they use it and how we use it in Spanish, which is going to, I think, be more clear. There's another verb in Spanish, disgustar, and that works just like it does in English. And I think that'll be more familiar for you until you get the hang of this. So something is disgusting. The dinner is disgusting to me, disgusts me. You know how to say that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Let me give you an example of how to use this. Keep in mind we're really working on how to use the verb gustar, but I'm going to use disgustar as an example until you get more comfortable. That is a picture of me. And los tomates. How do I write a sentence in Spanish to communicate the idea that tomatoes disgust me, are disgusting to me? Here's how you do it. So who's it happening to? Who are the tomatoes disgusting to? They're disgusting to me. You know that pronoun. Me. The verb is disgustar. What ending do I put on it? What's disgusting? The tomatoes are disgusting. So what's the right ending for that in the present tense? See how that works? Me disgustan los tomates. Let's say it's not happening to me. Let's say Carlos isn't that fond of the tomates. What happens to the sentence? I changed the me to le. I have to add Carlos just to make it clear that it's happening to Carlos. Remember the other pronouns? So we got me, te, le, nos. You people like Spanish, os, and les. So those are the pronouns, those are the indirect object pronouns. We use those with verbs like gustar and disgustar. Okay, let me change the examples and let's see what happens to our sentence. So let's say it's not Carlos anymore. Let's say we're talking about them. How do we say the tomatoes are disgusting to them? A ellos les disgustan los tomates. Remember, los tomates, that's plural. This thing is what tells you the ending of the verb. Okay, let's change it around a little bit. It's not tomates anymore. I know you're going to think this is inconceivable, but let's say chocolate is disgusting to them. How does the sentence change? So it's not los tomates anymore. It's el chocolate. What happens to the rest of the sentence? Does this change? No. Does the verb change? Yeah. El chocolate, singular. So the verb's got to be singular too. So it becomes, a ellos les disgusta el chocolate. All right. It's not chocolate anymore. It is cantar. A ellos les disgusta cantar. Okay? Let's say it's not ellos anymore. It's nosotros. What happens to the rest of the sentence? This doesn't change, but this does. What pronoun matches that? Nice catch. Spoke too soon. Nos. And a nosotros. That's optional, because when you have nos, there's no confusion about who it's happening to. But you can use it for emphasis, you can use it for clarification when it's a different pronoun. In fact, I recommend whenever you have the pronoun le or les, that you start off with who it's happening to. A usted, for example, a ella, a Maria, a él, etc. Le. And same with les. A ustedes les, a ellos les. Because remember, with le or les, there's going to be confusion about who it's happening to. Okay? All right, let's go on to the next thing now. One more thing. Let's say, you know that when the things that are disgusting are more than one, this becomes plural. There is one exception. And that's with verbs. So, singing and reading are disgusting to us, it's a silly sentence. That's how you do it. This still stays singular. All right? Let's get some more examples. Let's see. Oh yeah, the original idea. Let's make it gustar. It's not disgusting anymore. Están muy contentos, no? Okay, so they like to sing. How do we say that? The same way that we did disgustar. Let's say it's ellos. A ellos. I need to write that because this pronoun could be different people. It could be to them, it could be to you guys. Les gusta cantar. Les, because it's a ellos, and gusta, because it's this thing. Okay? Okay, there they are. They're very happy. What are they happy about? They're happy about the strawberries. They like strawberries. How do you say they like strawberries? What has to change in the sentence? It's not cantar anymore. It's las fresas. So what else has to change? These things are doing this to them. Les gustan las fresas. Okay? There are a bunch of other verbs that work like gustar. And I wrote them over there. There's just a few of them. There's really quite a few. Importar, fascinar, entusiasmar, aburrir, encantar, caer bien. That's just a small selection. And a lot of them actually will probably sound familiar to you in English, and they work the same way. But they all follow the same rules of gustar. And then, like the verb we started with, disgustar. All right? Okay, let me give you another example. I've used examples with verbs. I've used examples with things. Let me give you a different kind of example. This will really test your knowledge, see if you've been understanding what I'm talking about. There I am, right? Smiley face. Looks looking good. All of a sudden, it's a different kind of idea. It's not strawberries anymore. It's you. How do I write this? Just follow the same pattern. It's happening to me, right? That's optional because the may makes it really clear. What do I write there? Remember, it's you, right? You are doing this to me. So what's the ending of that in the present tense? Me gustas tú. Okay, I want you to remember something though. This is very romantic. Save this for very special occasions. If you want to say that you like somebody, this is how you do it. Use this verb over here, caer bien. Me caes bien tú, right? I like you. You're a nice person. Okay? Okay, here's your little quiz. So we've got yo y la mayonesa, mis padres, la música rap, nosotros, leer y dormir, usted, los exámenes, y tú y yo. Notice the smiley face. Okay, so write out complete sentences. Remember, if you're using lay or lace, to clarify who it's happening to. And then if you got any questions, at the end, I want you to write them down, save them for your teacher, okay?